Hello students, in the last session we have discussed what is column base and we have gone through the basic steps required to design the column base. The type we chosen was slab base and we have understood what are the different types over there. Okay, now we will we will one more time look into the last part. I said you need to provide a pedestal first of all, then over that you will place your base plate, and on top of it you will have a I section, okay, which is your column section, right? Now once your plate is designed, you need to provide some bolts to fix it in your pedestal. In this pedestal, to fix that, you need to provide some bolts. How many bolts you have to choose? So you can use anchor bolts of number 2 to 4 of a 20 mm diameter. Of what mm? 20 mm diameter. Okay. Then you must check once your bolt is fixed inside your base plate in the pedestal. Now you need to weld this I section, which is your column, to the base plate, okay, and that welding design is also need to be provided along with your base plate design, okay. And next is detailing we will understand, providing a detail diagram or a detail figures for all the designing we did for base plate and welding. Okay, so we will solve one problem today. Here I said we have a let's read first statement. Design a slab base for a column of IS HB 350 which is the depth of a beam and of a weight 67.4 kg per meter, carrying a factor load of 1000 kilonewton. Also design the welded connection between the slab base and column. They asked us to provide welded design also between what? Slab base and a column. And then we have to use they provided us some data regarding the pedestal. They said the concrete grade which they used in a pedestal is of M20 and steel is of a Fe410. Alright. Now bearing strength of a concrete. First step will be what? Calculate the bearing strength. So bearing strength of a concrete, from the steps we know the bearing strength is of 0.45 FCK. And what is the FCK? 20 MP. 20, sorry, here the grade of concrete is M20. So FCK will be 0.45 into 20. And how much we calculated it? 9 Newton per mm square. So if you want to understand it, you can take it as the pedestal which has certain surface area. The 1 mm by 1 mm of that surface area can carry 9 Newton load upon it. Okay. Next step says that area of a base plate. How do we calculate area? Area will be force divided by stress or a strength. So force coming up upon our section is 1000, right, given in the question. I have converted it into the Newton, that's why into 10 to the power 3. Divided by 9 is the bearing strength of a concrete for 1 mm by 1 mm area, and then we get area of a base plate will be equals to 11.11 into 10 to the power 4 mm square. Okay. Next is size of a base plate. How do we calculate size of a base plate? Here I don't want to provide a rectangular section. I don't want to provide a square section in which length will be equals to width. No, I don't want. I want to provide a rectangular section. Okay, because our eye is in a rectangular shape, or you can provide it rectangular shape base plate for it. Okay, therefore square I don't want, I want to provide a base plate in a rectangular shape. So I have chosen 410 into 310 size of a base plate. How do I did that? So you can do simply like this: length is equal to width under root a. Calculate for square base plate. Calculate the length or a width for square base plate, and you can increase one length and reduce another, and you will get a same area as per the area required. Understood? That's how I did over here, and I come to know that 410 by 310 size of a base plate will provide area equals to 12.71 into 10 to the power 4 mm square. Okay, what I said? The area I will provide is equals to 12.71 into 10 to the power 4 mm square. Correct. Now next is intensity of a pressure, which is said as W from a concrete pedestal. Okay, W will be what? As I said in the steps, P by A1. P is the force coming up upon a beam. Yes, P will be force coming from the column to the base plate, which is 1000 into 10 to the power 3, because we converted it into Newton, divided by the area. Area 1 which is provided, you should make a note of it. The area 1 we provided is equals to 7.86 Newton per mm square. Okay. Now the projections. Here I said you have a two ways. One way you can do projections, you can assume first of all, and accordingly you can choose a length of your base plate. Otherwise you can choose a length of a base plate according to the area, how I did here, and then you choose the projections, or then you calculate the projections. Rather I will say calculate the projections out of the length and width of a base plate. How do we do that? See here. I have a base plate of length 410 and width of 310. Alright. Now I have placed I section as a column over there, and this I section has a width of 250 and length of a 350. Okay, length is of 350 and width is of flange width is of 250. For this I section, what will be my projections? Definitely we can calculate it. 410 minus 350 divide by 2, because we are providing it on both the sides. That come across the area, sorry, the distance of a projection A, which will be this one and this one, is equals to 30 mm. Next is B. In the B, again you have a I section like this, and width of this is 250, whereas base plate has a width 310. So 310 minus 250 divided by 2 will give us a projections on this side. Okay, understood? Next is thickness of a base plate. How to calculate thickness of a base plate? Formula is given to us. Put all the values inside it. 2.5 into W we have calculated 7.86. A and B, the projections we have calculated 30, and gamma, partial safety factor, and yield stress, it will give us an answer 7.38. After that, once the thickness, length and width is decided, what remains is connection part. Connection between the pedestal and the base plate, and then base plate and column. Okay, so these two different connections we have to take care of. So see here, I said provide 410 into 310 into 12 mm thick base plate. Why 12 mm thick base plate? Because see, The thickness here I come across is 7.38. Somewhere 8 mm thickness base plate is sufficient to carry the 1000 kilonewton load coming upon it. But I have increased the thickness for the safety, and I have chosen nearby value as a 12 mm. Nearby value as a 12 mm. Then I am discussing now design of anchor bolts. Anchor bolts are required for what? To fix our base plate on the top of pedestal. How do we do that? I said the 4 numbers of bolts, anchor bolts with the dia of a 20 mm are sufficient to fix any base plate with a thickness, and 4 number of such bolts are sufficient. That's what I wrote over here. Here I have chosen 4 bolts of a 20 mm diameter and 300 mm long to anchor the plate. Okay, it will be remain for almost every problem. It will remain same. I said not for every, almost for every problems. Okay. Now next is 7th step, which is designing between your angle and angle or eye section to the base plate. Okay. How we will do that? For that you need to take care of 3 different lengths. See here, first length is, this is your base plate and this is your eye section. Okay. Now in this eye section you are providing welding on this side, on this side and on this side. Okay, you will better, I will show like this. This is your base plate, this is your eye, and you will provide welding on this all sides of your gusset plate, your eye section. Okay, so all the periphery sides of your eye section are welded now, correct? And to know what is peripheral length, you have to take down the peripheral distance. How we will do that? That's what I wrote over here. Okay, so see, this is the width, this is 250 width of a flange, and depth of your eye section is 350. Okay, now this 250 on this hand and 250 on inner side, correct? So 250 plus 250 minus 8.5 thickness of this web of your eye section, that need to be reduced because it is fixed like this. Okay, at this junction there will not be a welding, therefore I subtracted or deducted that width, which is 8.3. Adding with that what? The length on this hand, that is 350 minus what? 11.6. Now what is 11.6? Look at over here. This is your actual section like this, correct? We have taken off length this side, we also take care of or calculated length of this side. Now I am taking down the length of a web, which is 350, but I am reducing this length and this length, and that is what? 11.6. That is what? 11.6. Thickness of a flange I have reduced half from this side and half from this side. You can check in the steel table what is the thickness of a flange of a eye section used for the column, and you can reduce half from one end and half from one end. Okay, see here one more time. We have an eye section like this. Okay, we have calculated this length minus width of a web, then we have calculated this length. Now this whole region is repeated twice. How? This way, correct? And that's why I have multiplied it 2 before bracket. I have multiplied it with the 2 before the bracket. Now next is Once you calculate the peripheral distance, now you need to take care of or calculate strength of a weld. How to calculate strength of a weld? Strength of a weld will be 3, will be the formula for it. You already know, we already discussed what is welding design, and yes, the formula is Fu divided by root 3 into gamma m naught. Okay, that's how I have calculated strength for the welding, 189.37. Now I want a effective area of a weld. Effective area of a weld means what? See here, the effective area is taken by 0.7 into area into effective length. Okay, so this effective area is come with the throat thickness, where A is assumed a size of a or assumed thickness of your weld. Okay, now effective weld area will be equals to thickness into length, so 0.7 into size of a weld into thickness, now I have taken the size or the thickness of a weld is assumed as a 6 mm, and 0.7 into 6 will give you throat thickness into effective length will give you effective area of a weld, and multiply it with the 189.37, what it is now, that is the strength of a weld. Now strength into area will give us a force. You should keep in a mind stress formula. Strength into area will give us a force, and how much force it need to be balanced or subjected to be 1000 kilonewton. So if you equate that, you will come to know what is the effective length of your welding. Now effective length is a 1257. It is the length of a weld we have to be provided to make the connection efficient, right? But do we have that much area available? Yes. The length available to weld is how much? This much. That is the available length on the periphery. That is the length available on the peripheral side of your eye section, right? And therefore, our effective length can be welded on that peripheral side. But still, I am giving you here one more step where I am checking that the length which you have provided, the available effective length you have given, is sufficient or not. How we will do that? We will calculate it by using available effective length. Now available length is 1660.2, and I have subtracted from the 2 into 6 into number of returns. Now what is this 2 into 6 into number of returns? For that I have to understand what is number of returns. This is the peripheral length available for this eye section. For this eye section, the peripheral length is 1660.2. From that, I will reduce the turns. How many turns do one eye section have? The edges of eye sections are counted as the turns. The edges of eye section will be counted as a turns. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These many edges are not to be provided with the welds. There is not possible to provide welds on this edges. Therefore, I will reduce that. So, 6 into 2 is the 2 into 6 into 12 is the formula. 6 is the thickness of a weld. Twice of 6 into 12. Okay. And from there also I come to know that available area is 1516 mm. Okay. So that's how the effective length still be lesser we can provide it on the periphery, which is of 1516 mm. Alright, therefore our welding is possible. Provide 6 mm size of a effect fillet weld. Okay, here our designing ends. If you have any problems or queries in this session, you will ask me in the comment box. Thank you so much.